Alright, hello everyone. We are back here on part 8 of my
Hey,
Let's Play.
seitdem du aufgetaucht bist, ist...
We'll kill him someday. And it has been about, I would say, 5 or 6 hours from this video since the end of the last video I had. So I've had some time to rectify my mistake. And as you can see up here, I've definitely increased my credit income. I'm up to 26,000, almost 27,000 income a minute. And I have almost 400,000 credits. And you'll notice immediately that my Arctic base is a little bit more advanced. And now that I know a little bit more about what I'm doing, you can see that I've properly spaced my structure so that I can construct all the additional add-on buildings to increase their productivity. But I can't stress enough just how important it is to make sure your first Arctic base has at least 3 areas in the... Let's get rid of this. Yeah, 3 mountain build areas.
Unterversorgung mit bestimmten Verbrauchsgütern entdeckt.
Because this is the first power plant that you have access to here in the Arctic. It's fairly efficient, but it needs a mountain build slot. Additionally, later on, you can construct something along the coast that generates a resource here. What's the resource called? Yeah, methane. It drills methane, and then these power plants here can be used to take that methane and turn it into energy. They're pretty efficient. Forget how exactly much they give, but what I've observed, a fully upgraded methane extractor can support 4 gas power plants. And as you can see, they have quite a huge heat radius around them, so if you want to use that as an area to build your houses, that'd be a good idea. But they do require 1,000 upkeep in terms of maintenance. But those are your 2 main sources, or your 2 only sources really that I've seen so far for power. But we have our nano ceramic factories up and running, or neural implants rather. And of course, one resource though that's kind of hard to produce in large quantities is the pharmaceuticals, or stimulants rather. That requires deep sea coral, but we're producing it too, and positive gain of that, so we're alright there.
Kein Grund für irgendwelche Klagen.
We got our people upgraded to scientist. Now when we go back and look at the other base, as you may remember when I started out at the very first one, I said if previous Anno games have taught me anything, it's that you need to have a space in the middle for support structures, and as it turns out, I just barely had enough space for one of the larger structures, which is a subway station, and it is a rather large structure, so if you're going to buy this game, you need to make sure that you leave plenty of space near your cities or houses for that structure. As you can see, it's pretty big, and so I had to basically remove a house in that little area there because I wouldn't have enough room for a roadway connection, so I just barely had enough room for it. And when we enable it, as you can see, it reaches out not as far as I'd like. So these people over here, they don't have access to transport, which means not only are they not paying me as much money as these guys in the middle, but I'm not going to be able to ever upgrade these structures with that little transport symbol over their head, but that's fine. But I also found out by pushing the L key by default, you can get rid of those little symbols above this. But I've got them upgraded to managers. The city has grown quite a bit. I'm running out of space over here. So I've constructed this area over here, which is essentially nothing more than a huge farming colony. And I am producing a bunch of excess luxury food because I intend to export it for sale. I'm actually probably going to lose money because to sell it up here to the space station, it requires 1,000 for the route, and you can export and trade up to 150 at a time. So in order to get the production capacity up to that, it's going to take a lot of money, but I just like to get the unemployment down, which is kind of one gripe I'd like to make about the game. In previous Anno games, when you satisfied the needs of your citizens, so for example with this here...
Das Betriebsklima, das ist mal ein Traumjob.
Let's look over here for a better example. So, no, not you.
Möchten Sie hereinkommen?
Okay, you would see this bar here of how happy they are, and it would be different colors, so you could had a slider bar that you could do to adjust the tax rate. Here, as they become more or become happier, they increase in number and population, and it's not really that big of a deal. It's just with me and having played so many city builders, the idea of having over 4,000 people, as you can see down there, without a job is kind of, I don't know, it just seems wrong somehow. So I like the previous system where you just increase the tax, it didn't necessarily increase your population, but ultimately unemployment doesn't seem to create any problem, at least not that I'm aware of, but I guess it's more of a symbolic thing. But anyways, as you can see, this city over here, this area over here, was a much better planned out. I colonized it knowing full well that you could construct additional structures to expand it, so I made sure to allow plenty of space for that. And come to think of it, let's expand our rice.
Wir reden von
There we
Entlassung.
go. But yeah, everything's good, but one thing I noticed too is as it's getting more and more advanced, the supply chain becomes rather extensive. I mean, to get the, I'll just show you right here to give you an example. So that's one thing you got to plan for.
Cool, du bist auch hier. Dann
Ja,
kannst
ja.
du ja mal im
So right, for example, my goal in here, their
Wir sind
next
am Ende
need
der
is
Welt
quantum
und trotzdem
computers. And the construction of them is going to be quite difficult because the facility requires qubit processors and super coolers. In order to get this, I need molybden and diamonds. I have no idea where to get diamonds. And then for this, I need methane and deuterium. So you begin to develop quite a bit of supply chains, and I don't think you can mine diamonds here.
Warnung. Unerfülltes Bedürfnis nach bestimmten
Speaking of the devil, it
Verbrauchsgütern.
reminded me that I don't have enough quantum computers. So I'm probably going to have to go to the moon in order to get diamonds. I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. But it's time to advance into the next phase. One quick note, though, that I want to add about combat before I do that. Like an idiot, I decided that I was elite enough or good enough to take my ships into combat on the hardest difficulty. Yeah, it didn't go too well. But since I've been making so
Lass
much
mich in
money,
Ruhe. Siehst du nicht?
I've been getting my
Du
fleet fully
bist's.
upgraded, and as my population expanded, I've got all my ships now, but I don't think I can... Yeah, I'm not high enough combat level to make any more upgrades. Been tempted to try it on the hardest difficulty again, but yeah. Oh well. So, we've got our goal here. Now it's time to upgrade the starbase once again.
Du hast was drauf, so viel steht fest. Okay, das war's von unserer Seite. Jetzt müssen wir die Startrampe nur noch einweihen.
Sie haben den Mann gehört. Die Systeme sind bereit und die Shuttles in Position. Starten Sie den Countdown.
And as you can see, I've completed in both the Arctic and this region the second part of the sector project, which is actually vital because wind power just isn't enough. So I found that this was a very good region to start in. Otherwise, you got to construct a ridiculous amount of wind power plants or water power plants by having the dams here. That's going to give me a total of 3,000 energy, which means I can free up my water or coastal building sites for water or other resources. So I would recommend this being a starting region for other new players, at least until you learn how to properly manage energy.
Raumhafenerweiterung genehmigt.
Okay.
5, 4,
3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1.
Going into space. Oh, the textures on the red.
Landing zone within reach. Preparing for touchdown.
Ein historischer Moment. Die ganze Welt schaut zu Ihnen auf. Phase 3 hat begonnen. Die zweite Welle ist auf dem Weg zum Mond. Sie haben einen weiten Weg zurückgelegt. aber es liegen immer noch 250.000 Meilen vor ihnen. Ihre Kolonisten erwarten ihre Befehle.
Schauen wir mal, wie sich meine Schiffe im Kampf schlagen.
Okay. She says phase 3 is beginning. And it's time to colonize the moon. Yay. So
Und seien Sie vorsichtig. Soweit wir wissen, hat die Orbital Watch die meisten Kolonien der LEC übernommen. Da oben sind sie auf sich alleine gestellt.
Okay, so we got our 3 regions to choose from here. And this looks like the obvious choice. Because this one is the project rare resources. This is the workforce project, but everything I've seen in the previous 2 regions, having enough workers is never a problem. In fact, I've never even had to make use of that structure that has drones working for you to reduce the worker requirement. I have no idea what an ornament project is, but I'm kind of curious. Although, the downside is this has the least amount of crater construction areas, 16. This one over here has the most. But, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and try the ornament. Because as I think I mentioned either somewhere in a previous video, I guess I'll show you that right quick.
Ihre Pflicht erinnern?
Shut up. If you look at these other regions here, you've probably noticed that they're owned by other corporations. You can click them,
Schön, Sie zu sehen.
and then you can take over the sector by purchasing it. Although it is quite expensive, this needs almost 16 or 1.6 million credits and a corporation level of 9, but if your corporation becomes financially successful enough,
Sie möchten wahrscheinlich über das Geschäft reden?
you can take it over, but this is going to be expensive, like almost 3 million credits, and you need to be corporation level 33.
Schön, Sie zu sehen. Was für...
Yeah, but
Hallo.
ultimately if you find an
Schön, Sie
area
zu sehen.
that, or you found that you colonized an area you didn't really like but want another one,
Also,
the option to
spucken
buy it
Sie's
is
aus.
there. So for example, I could buy this one fairly cheap. It only takes corporation level 12 and 1 million credits. But, come to think of it, it has the ornament project. I could get this to figure out what that project is relatively soon, but I don't know, purchasing other areas is long
Und seien
term.
Sie vorsichtig. Soweit wir wissen, hat die Orbital Watch die meisten Kolonien der LEC übernommen. Da oben sind sie auf sich
Ja,
alleine
ja.
gestellt.
Kind of curious though. I mean, I don't see how there's going to be combat on the seas on the moon, but I'm just going to go ahead and go for the ornament project. And if it ends up being a mistake, well, you all can
Sie
benefit
haben
from that.
Phase 3 des Mondlizenzierungsprogramms begonnen. Ihre Shuttles sind in dem ihnen zugewiesenen Siedlungsgebiet eingetroffen. Sie müssen dort eine Mondkolonie gründen und mit der Helium-3-Extraktion beginnen. Ihr Hauptziel ist die Entwicklung eines stabilen Fusionsreaktors. Weitere Informationen: feindliche Aktivitäten in der Nähe Ihres Siedlungsgebiets entdeckt. Seien Sie vorsichtig.
Okay.
Da sind sie also. Der Mond. Ihr ganz persönliches Stück davon. In der Zeit der ersten Welle gab es Bestrebungen, aus diesem Sektor eine Touristenattraktion zu machen. Sie wurden nie umgesetzt, wie Sie sehen. Und nun ruhen unsere Hoffnungen auf Ihnen. Ob das Mondlizenzierungsprogramm fortgeführt wird, hängt von dem Erfolg der ersten Kolonie der zweiten Welle ab. Die Sicherheitsvorkehrungen erfordern, dass Sie Mondkolonien nur in Kratern errichten. Sie bieten den besten Schutz vor kosmischer Strahlung und Meteoreinschlägen.
Sind unterwegs.
Okay. I will give it credit. Unlike the other previous entries into an area, the frame rate didn't drop below 30 FPS in that area, so that's pretty good. Okay, let's take a look at our areas. Okay. a good position for the moon colony, if you ask me, and it belongs to you. Okay, but it says in moons you can only build in craters,
Sind unterwegs.
as they give, or at least that's what she says, they give the best area. What is this? Okay. Crater Hotel Rare Project. Okay, so I wonder if this project is for tourists. Okay. And it looks like we have to settle here. Okay. Okay. Fair warning. To colonize the moon, you need 100,000 credits, but that's not a problem for me.
Uns auf unserem eigenen Gebiet herauszufordern. Gut. Du wirst lernen, dass man meine Warnungen nicht in den Wind schlagen sollte.
Okay, the long and short of what he said is, so you're colonizing here? Well, that's good, because now I can use you as an example to show other people what happens when people don't heed my warnings. Okay. So to upgrade this, okay.
Koordinaten bestätigt.
Looks like that's for the sector project, but I'm not going to start on that yet. So let's focus on our goals. Occupy a crater, accomplished. 10 houses and a small shield generator. Produce oxygen and produce Titan plates. Seems doable. Let's see. Wonder what the moon uses for food. Oh, well, I guess we'll see soon enough. So, due to the constant crater bombardment, we need to have shield generators. Now, do they need road access? Okay, good, it looks like. Or do they? Yep, they need road access.
Der Mond besitzt keine Atmosphäre. Selbst kleinste Meteorpartikel können ihrer Kolonie großen Schaden zufügen. Energieschilde verhindern das.
Okay, she says the moon has no atmosphere, so even the smallest particles can penetrate and damage it.
Bereit fürs Graben.
Neue Gebäudearten verfügbar.
Ich kann nicht fassen, was diese Bastarde der Orbital Watch tun. Hey, haben Sie einen Job für mich?
Huh. Okay. Yeah, let's see.
Warnung. Unerfülltes Bedürfnis nach bestimmten Verbrauchsgütern.
Sie haben nicht die ganze Strecke
Okay, looks
zurückgelegt,
like
nur
they
um
want
mich
the
zu sehen.
youth
Und ich kann hier nicht mal ein Haus bauen.
syringes, so we have to import them. Probably going to be expensive to import, but we'll worry about that later. Okay, so oxygen.
Es ist amtlich. In diesem Sektor befindet sich die erste Kolonie, die den Vorgaben des Mondlizenzierungsprogramms entspricht. Kein Grund zur Klage. Vergessen Sie aber nicht unsere gute alte Erde. Um Ihre Monderträge runterzuschicken, müssen Sie weitere Landeplätze für Frachtshuttles errichten.
I have a feeling these meteor bombardments are anything annoying. Okay, so we need to extract moon ice, which is then converted into oxygen. And we're at a loss of oxygen. And since I don't have access to the rare resource right now, we're going to have to build additional oxygen facilities as we can't. So where's my shield coverage?
Halten Sie sich vom Tank fern.
Oh, we can make a better looking roads. Oh, I think I need road connections.
Ich darf hier irgendwo rauchen. Ist nichts Weltbewegendes.
Es ist erstaunlich, wie groß Ihre Kolonie in so kurzer Zeit geworden ist.
Yeah, because I'm just awesome.
Na los, nur ein Brief.
Okay, well, let's see if we can establish that trade route. New transfer route. Oh, okay, scratch that. Same problem I had before. You don't have the spaceport that can upgrade or handle the trade. To do that, we need 25 titanium plates. I assume that's a simple matter of... and of course our shield. Okay, we're protected, so...
Eine Familie auf der Erde, eine auf dem Mond. Kaffee.
Okay, so there we got our basic production up, producing titanium plates. Next we need to...
Die sollte unsere Vitaminvorräte aufstocken.
Okay, the power plant on here requires a mountain construction site. Oh, there's titanium plates. So it's looking like when we build, we're going to have to kind of spread her out around the edge of the crater, so that may have been something I should have taken into consideration. Because there were some other maps with smaller craters, and it seems like you mine at the end of the craters, so yeah. That could have been a problem. Maybe I should have taken... Oh well. There's enough spots, so I should be fine, at least for now. But this seems to be the only way to generate power.
Wie schaut's denn aus?
Okay, so now... What's our goals?
Wasserfilter sauber.
Just get the resources to upgrade this.
Achtung! Konvoi mit nicht identifizierten Fahrzeugen hat Sektorgrenze passiert.
Hallo, können Sie mich hören? Bitte melden. Ich bin
Okay,
Sandra
hear me.
Hayes. Tut mir leid, dass ich in Ihr Gebiet eindringen muss, aber wir haben wohl den gleichen Feind. Ich spreche für die Lunar Excavation Corp, sofern Sie diese immer noch anerkennen.
Ja, ja, die Schafe eilen zu denjenigen zurück, die sie früher geschoren haben. Aber Vorsicht, die Wölfe sind schon an der Tür.
She basically says, hi,
Hören
we
Sie
have
zu.
the same
Ich
enemy.
sollte das vertraulich halten, aber Sie sollten wissen, dass
Right.
einige Angehörige der LEC heimlich zur Erde geflohen sind. Die Global Union hat keine angemessene Lösung gefunden, also wurden sie in die Protektorate der Arktis gebracht. Und nun bin ich darüber in Kenntnis gesetzt worden, dass Drake mit einer Flotte Schlachtschiffe unterwegs ist, um sie auszulöschen. Bitte, Sie müssen einschreiten.
Raumhafenerweiterung genehmigt.
Okay, so once again we have to deal with an offensive,
Schön, dass Sie es geschafft haben.
and she's here to trade with us, but once again we're faced with a choice. Have a victory in battle or get to the next company level. Which... I just got to level 19, so it'll take a while to get to level 20. Oh well, let's do that trade route. Syringes. Oh, still not upgraded enough. Here. What more do I need for the next level? I guess gotta do that combat mission. Where is the combat mission?
Wir haben nicht die militärischen Mittel, damit...
Alright, so gotta do this. Let's just go for it. I'm a glutton for punishment, so let's see what it's like on the hardest difficulty.
Da sind sie ja. Und keine Minute zu früh. Die Orbital Watch. Sie hat alles aufgefahren, was sie hat. Sie wissen, dass wir uns nicht verteidigen können. Und trotzdem bedrohen sie uns mit einer Welle Schlachtschiffe nach der anderen. Wir brauchen hier unbedingt ihre Unterstützung.
Du wirst dir wünschen, niemals einen Fuß auf unser Gebiet gesetzt zu haben. Die erste Welle wird die zweite wegfegen.
Alright, Mr. Drake. This fun mission.
Ziel bestätigt. Ziel bestätigt.
Goal here is to eliminate those 3 eradicators. The catch is they're kind of on their way up here to the defensive area to start attacking it. I think we gotta defend it. Okay, this should be fun. So you get to see combat against eradicators. One thing I have learned is these flares. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Roger.
Reparaturdrohnen gestartet.
Roger.
No, kill the suicide ships. Yeah, I was gonna say the flares are really good at...
Volle Kraft voraus.
Oh, this is gonna go bad. Yeah.
Bestätigt.
Get back to... The flares are really good at taking out buildings, but you gotta be careful so as not to make the mistakes like I just made, and... Yeah. Or they get ambushed by submarines. Now, can they bomb them from an artillery barrage?
Kampfstationen. Sie greifen an. Roger. Verstanden.
Okay, that worked. The primary purpose is to take out buildings, but if we could fire without taking damage, that'd be
Bereit
great.
für Einsatz.
And there's bait, and these things can outrange some turrets, which is very useful.
Koordinaten bestätigt.
Okay, it's gonna suck to attack him now, but we've got to fight him while
Selbstreparatur
that
läuft.
thing's going over the mines. It's our only hope.
Verstanden. Da kommen sie. Da kommen sie.
I do not get the aggro of those.
Da kommen sie. Wir werden beschossen. Wir werden angegriffen. Feind entdeckt. Alle bereit machen. Verstanden.
Oh, get out of here, get out of here. I've learned the hard way that those are suiciding ships, so
Bestätigt.
I can't take the damage right now. Kill them.
Gange. Im
Okay,
Gange.
very good. I do not know if I'll be able to stop
Sind
these ships in
unterwegs.
time. And there's precious
Koordinaten
fuel.
bestätigt.
Oh, you have got to be kidding me.
Wir werden beschossen.
We've got logistics ships repairing that baby. You have got to be kidding me.
Volle Kraft voraus. Verstanden.
Energieschilde aktiv.
Kill that repair ship.
Ziel bestätigt. Koordinaten bestätigt. Koordinaten bestätigt.
But yeah, that's kind of what I'm
Im
talking
Gange.
about. They're using repairs and logistics, so a lot of the damage I put on that Eradicator battleship
Volle Kraft voraus.
was repaired. And that is a shipyard that's going to spawn more ships. Maybe doing this on the hard difficulty wasn't
Sind unterwegs.
that smart of a plan.
Feind
can repair,
entdeckt.
but-
Alle bereit machen. Roger.
And those are guided torpedoes.
Koordinaten bestätigt. Kampfstationen. Sie greifen an.
They're just going to keep producing more
Ich kümmere mich um
ships.
die Reparaturen.
Verstanden.
Wonder if I can take out this without them spawning new ships.
Sind unterwegs.
That would be a negative. Freaking guided torpedoes.
Grünes Licht. Waffensysteme bereit.
Top suicide ships.
Waffensysteme bereit. Kampfstationen.
Selbstreparatur läuft.
I'm an idiot.
Kampfstationen. Sie greifen an.
Oh, move.
Sind unterwegs.
Freaking suicide ships.
Koordinaten bestätigt.
Fire on the way.
Sind unterwegs. Verstanden.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun.
Beeindruckend, was? Und überaus tödlich.
Ja.
Es ist noch gefährlicher, als es aussieht, wie du bald merken wirst.
I think I
Es
might be
ist noch
screwed.
gefährlicher, als es aussieht.
They've
wie
gotten
du
all
bald
the way up
merken
there,
wirst.
and now they're fighting together as one. And all that damage I put on the one was
Koordinaten
repaired.
bestätigt.
We've got our work cut out for us.
Kampfstationen. Waffensysteme bereit. Da kommen sie. Bestätigt.
And I drew way too much aggro.
Verstanden. Grünes Licht. bestätigt. Ziel bestätigt.
Freaking repair boats. Only you were able to unlock the repair boat.
Volle Kraft voraus. Bereit für Einsatz. Volle Kraft voraus.
Can't afford more mine damage. Oh well.
Koordinaten bestätigt.
It's gonna be fun taking on all these eradicators.
Im Gange. Roger.
Well, this seems like a simple matter of luring them. So it's a good fast ship.
Bestätigt. Volle Kraft voraus.
Get out of here. Those are the suicide ships.
Koordinaten bestätigt.
And they got too close.
Waffensysteme bereit. Da kommen sie. Volle Kraft voraus.
Wait, get back, get back.
Feuer frei.
Get that turret without taking any damage will be alright. Progress seems kind of slow, but
Sind unterwegs.
so like I say, don't send the flares in unguarded, because all submarines it'll come out of nowhere. Yeah, that carrier might be a problem.
Sind unterwegs.
These guys not so much, because I'm at my max rocket fire and there's another rocket right there, so
Starte Nuklearrakete.
yeah. So there's that problem solved.
Volle Kraft voraus. Grünes Licht.
And it looks like I made the right idea to not have to bother with the resource, because I can get it from doing this mission. And we are at our max fuel supply, which is good. There's more fuel here. Now the question is which route to take. This area here offers no advantage, but I'd have more room to maneuver when running from these eradicators, which I most definitely will be doing. And those guys need to die.
Bestätigt. Koordinaten bestätigt.
Any maintenance ships? Yep. Wonder if we can time this just right.
Starte Nuklearrakete.
Okay, that went kind of well.
Waffensysteme bereit. Roger. Waffensysteme bereit.
Yeah, you got nothing to repair.
Verstanden.
Ooh, lots of EMPs.
Selbstreparatur läuft.
Okay.
Verstanden.
Now, do I want to risk an all-out attack on these guys
Koordinaten
just
bestätigt.
yet? Got enough EMPs, I could probably keep them disabled for a while. Probably use rockets to get these, but...
Na, kommen Sie.
Okay. And that is not a repair ship. So that's the last thing I want, repair ships to be there.
Verstanden.
But I want the max support possible, so my plan is, if I could take out this turret without drawing aggro from them, I can send a boat over and grab that extra support fleet. But
Feuer frei.
this is a suicide drone, so...
Verstanden.
Okay, he's not smart enough to know he's being attacked.
Wir werden beschossen.
Okay, change that, get out of here, get out of here, get out of here. Cover me.
Roger.
Oh, suicide boat, no.
Koordinaten
No.
bestätigt.
Oh, I hate those things.
Koordinaten bestätigt. Koordinaten bestätigt.
Oh, we're screwed because they're coming from the carrier, so they've got quite a few of them.
Koordinaten bestätigt.
That didn't go as planned.
Koordinaten bestätigt.
Shoot.
Sind unterwegs. Grünes Licht. Feuer frei. Sind unterwegs. Bestätigt. Roger. Sind unterwegs.
Wonder if I can take him out with a artillery salvo without drawing aggro.
Feuer frei.
Okay.
Sind unterwegs.
Now the question is to repair before. It's going to take 6. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we'll be at full
Ich kümmere
again.
mich die Reparaturen.
Sind unterwegs. Sind unterwegs.
So my basic plan is just if I can keep them all EMP'd
Roger.
and then just keep popping out the support fleets and fill them with submarines and rockets,
Im Gange.
might have a chance at this. Since I have 1 rocket salvo though,
Roger.
so since that doesn't draw aggro, let's go ahead and do that.
Nuklearrakete abgefeuert.
That is not much damage. Here goes
Und
nothing.
schon gehen die Lichter an.
Verstanden.
Ich habe ein paar Freunde zur Hilfe gerufen.
Glückwunsch, neuen Erfolg erhalten.
zum Einsatz.
Come on. Once one dies, I should get plenty of fuel.
Bereit für Einsatz.
Verstärkung ist
Support
unterwegs.
plate's going, keeping the EMP's going, rush's
Und
going.
schon gehen die Lichter.
Alle zum Einsatz.
It's good.
Da kommen sie.
Ja, meine schlimme Situation entschärft. Danke. Für den Moment ist es vorüber. Aber das ist nur die Ruhe vor dem nächsten Ansturm. Ich hoffe, wir können uns auf Sie verlassen, wenn es wieder so weit
Okay.
ist.
That could have gone better, but it wasn't terrible. And we've got an upgrade to a flare, excellent. For 600,000 credits. Yeah, I'm gonna hold off on that.
Die Flüchtlinge sind in Sicherheit, aber Drakes Flotte, seine Schlachtschiffe, das sind nicht nur Söldner. Drake muss militärische Anlagen auf der Erde besitzen.
Ich muss Ihnen danken. Ohne Sie wäre von unseren Protektoraten nichts übrig.
Immer wenn sie einen von Virtue Drakes Plänen vereiteln, kommen sie der friedlichen Kolonisierung des Mondes einen Schritt näher. Weiter so.
Okay. Well, there's some advanced combat for you. I guess that should be my last video on combat.
Meine Leute können jeden Credit und jede Kiste mit Waren gebrauchen. Kommen Sie zu meinem Camp, wenn Sie etwas entbehren können.
Alright, now that combat mission's complete. We can
Die
upgrade it.
Landeplätze sind bereit für Frachtshuttles. Jetzt können sie interorbitale Transportrouten einrichten. Aber das heißt nicht, dass ihre Kolonie sicher ist. Die Versorgungslinien von der Erde sind leichte Ziele. Ich empfehle, dass sie ihre Kolonie so unabhängig und autark wie möglich machen.
Ich bin froh, dass wir Sie gefunden haben. Es gibt nur wenige LEC-Kolonien, die nicht von der Orbital Watch kontrolliert werden. Ich kann Ihnen den restlichen Vorrat aus unseren Lagerhäusern verkaufen und mit dem Gewinn Versorgungsgüter einkaufen. Das wäre ein gutes Geschäft.
Okay, she's basically saying we can now begin our trading with Earth, but we need to be self-sufficient as possible because the trade routes could be easily attacked. Though I don't think they actually could be, but you know, they wanted the youthful syringe. Oh dear. Every trade route between Earth and the Moon is 3,000 credits for just 20. Tell you, the products from the Moon better make me rich.
Hier oben sind ihre Kolonisten immerzu kosmischer Strahlung ausgesetzt. Ihre Raumanzüge halten etwas davon ab. Der Rest wird von starker Medizin wie dieser neutralisiert.
Verbunden.
Oh, I'm spending way too much on transports. Yeah. It looks like about 4,000 of my income is being spent on just transporting between colonies.
Glückwunsch. Neuen Erfolg erhalten.
I know with the interplanetary transports on Earth, it seems like a lot of times if it's a needed good, the cost of shipping it is easily offset by the increase in income. But I don't know so much about the Moon. So how much are they consuming? Okay, so they're only consuming 2 right now, so I could easily expand it.
Das ist mal gut.
Kundenanalysen zeigen unerfülltes Bedürfnis an bestimmten Gütern.
For some reason they don't need food on the Moon. I haven't quite figured that one out, but looks like we need to just expand our colonies a little.